there's a quiet fear that lives in the back of many people's minds as they grow older. It's not something we always talk about, but it lingers. It shows up in worried glances when we forget a word, or in the silence that follows reading. Another obituary about someone gone too soon. And one of the most common fears among people over 60 is the possibility of a stroke. We've all heard the word before, stroke. It sounds sharp, sudden, frightening. It conjures images of rushed hospital visits, slurred words, confused eyes, and lives that are forever changed. And sadly, many of us know someone, a friend, a spouse, neighbor who suffered one. But what's even more alarming is that many strokes happen without warning. They appear to come out of nowhere. Yet beneath the surface, the body has often been whispering hints all along through habits we've grown used to, choices we didn't realize were risky, or small symptoms we brushed aside. That's why this conversation matters today. I want to gently guide you through 6 surprising things that could increase your risk of stroke after 60. Some of these may seem ordinary. Some may even feel like parts of your daily routine. But when we bring them to light with no fear, no shame, just honest reflection, we give ourselves the power to change course. This isn't about panic. It's about prevention. And it's about walking forward with clarity so you can protect the body, the mind, and the beautiful life you've built. So stay with me. Let's explore these 6 things together, one by one, with care, with understanding, with hope. One of the most unexpected causes of stroke in seniors is something as simple as dehydration. It's not something we often associate with serious consequences, but in older adults, the effects can be surprisingly severe. As we age, our sense of thirst naturally decreases. You might not feel thirsty even when your body needs water. And when you go arzor, even most of the day without proper hydration, your blood can thicken slightly. This increases the risk of clotting, which is one of the leading causes of stroke. Think about it. How many days pass where you've only had a cup of tea in the morning? Maybe another in the afternoon, and a glass of water with dinner. It doesn't feel dangerous. But over time, this low-level dehydration stresses the heart and brain. Your brain is made up of nearly 75% water. When it's not properly hydrated, it can't function as well. Headaches, dizziness, and confusion may follow. And worse, those small, thickened blood clots that form more easily in dehydrated bodies can become dangerous. It may sound too simple, but making sure you're drinking enough clean water every day, especially in hot weather, or when taking medications, can quietly save your life. Another hidden risk is something many people over 60 live with every day: untreated sleep apnea. You might not even know you have it. It shows up in the form of loud snoring, gasping during sleep, or waking up feeling exhausted even after a full night in bed. Sleep apnea causes you to stop breathing, sometimes dozens of times an hour while you sleep. Each pause cuts off oxygen to the brain. Over time, this nightly stress takes a toll, damaging blood vessels and raising your blood pressure, both of which significantly increase stroke risk. If your partner has mentioned you're snoring, or you often wake up feeling groggy, it's worth gently bringing it up with a doctor. There are simple sleep studies, many done from the comfort of your home, that can uncover what's happening while you sleep. No one wants to wear a sleep mask or machine, but if it's the difference between protecting your brain and putting it at risk, it's a small price to pay. Your brain deserves that protection. You deserve peaceful, restorative sleep. Let's talk about something that feels even more ordinary: sitting too long. For many people over 60, sitting becomes a natural part of the day. After a lifetime of hard work, it can feel like rest is finally earned. And it is. But sitting for hours at a time without movement is one of the quietest threats to your circulation. When you sit too long, especially without shifting or stretching, blood flow slows. Clots can begin to form in the legs, especially in deep veins. If one of those clots travels to the brain, it can cause a stroke. Think of it this way. Your body is like a gentle stream, needs to keep moving, even a little, to stay healthy. Long, unmoving hours, whether in a favorite chair at the computer, or even while watching TV, can make that stream sluggish. But the fix doesn't require intense exercise. It's just standing every hour. walking to the kitchen, doing a few gentle stretches, shifting your weight. These small moments of movement help keep blood flowing and protect your brain from the stillness that becomes dangerous. A common mistake among seniors is stopping medications suddenly. Whether it's blood pressure pills, blood thinners, or cholesterol medicine, many people, after feeling better, decide to stop without checking with a doctor. But these medications don't just treat symptoms, they often prevent the underlying causes of stroke. Suddenly stopping them can cause a spike in blood pressure or make the blood more likely to clot. These quick shifts can trigger a stroke within hours or days. Sometimes the side effects of medicine feel unpleasant tiredness, dizziness, or simply the burden of taking so many pills. But never make changes alone. The body over 60 is sensitive to these shifts, and even small changes must be done slowly. With guidance, think of your medications like guardrails. They're not perfect, but they're keeping you on a safe path. If you want to make changes, talk to your doctor. There may be alternatives, but never go it alone. Another surprising factor is chronic loneliness. It might not sound medical, but it is. Emotional isolation has been linked to higher blood pressure, increased inflammation, and poorer sleep, all of which raise stroke risk. When we feel isolated, our bodies experience stress, often silently. The heart works harder, the immune system weakens, and the brain, longing for connection, slowly loses its sharpness. It's not easy to admit we feel lonely. But if you've noticed the phone ringing less, if you go days without meaningful conversation, if your heart aches for someone to share a cup of tea with you, are not alone in feeling that. But you do need connection. Even short calls with loved ones, joining a local group, volunteering, or walking with a neighbor can soothe this part of the soul. And in doing so, you give your brain and heart what they truly need: companionship, meaning, and gentle joy. And finally, one of the most under-discussed causes of stroke after 60 is untreated high blood pressure. It's often called the silent killer. High blood pressure quietly damages the walls of blood vessels over time, makes them more likely to break or block both, of which can lead to a stroke. What makes this so dangerous is that high blood pressure rarely causes symptoms. You can feel completely fine and still be at risk. That's why regular checkups are essential. Even when you feel healthy, if you haven't checked your blood pressure in the last few months, now's the time. It's fast, painless, and can give you a picture of your risk in just minutes. Managing blood pressure doesn't always mean medicine. It can mean reducing salt, finding ways to relax, getting more movement, or managing weight. But it starts with awareness. You deserve to know how your heart is doing. You deserve to care for it because it has cared for you through every year of your life. I know this may feel like a lot. No one wants to think about strokes. No one wants to imagine their body betraying them. But I want you to hear this. This conversation isn't about fear. It's about love, or love for the years you still have, love for the people who care about you, love for the beautiful life that still unfolds in front of you. None of these 6 things are reasons to panic. They're simply places to pause, to ask, could I change something small? Could I begin to care for myself in a new way? You don't have to fix everything at once. You don't have to be perfect. You just have to begin. Maybe today, you'll pour 1 extra glass of water. Maybe tonight you'll ask your doctor about your snoring. Maybe tomorrow, you'll take a short walk or call someone you've missed. Every one of those choices is a step toward protecting your brain, your body, and your future. You've come so far in life. You've weathered storms, raised families, worked hard, loved deeply, and overcome more than most people know. This is not the end of your journey. This is simply the next chapter. In it, you deserve peace, health, and gentle joy. So take care. Not just out of fear, but out of the deep belief that your life still matters. Your heart is still beating. Your brain is still learning. And you, dear one, are still becoming.